Hi everyone, welcome back to another stream. Hope you're all doing okay. So today we are doing a little bit more Phantasy Star II. I don't know how far we'll get through this. I don't know how much grinding there's going to be. But yeah, we're basically up to the part in the game where we need to farm for all the different new items, so... We are still with the funny hat people. So just as we get started, a video went live on Tuesday for members, which was a PSO video, which is a very, very long side story video. I forgot how long Soul of Steel is. And a video also went live for non-members as well, which is an NGS video. There will be another video probably next Tuesday, which again be one for members and then the previous one for non-members. Yeah, it's an hour long. I think that was with some parts cut out as well. I got the normal ending, so there are two different endings. There's a very oddly specific thing you've got to do in the quest to get the true ending, which I didn't realise. There's basically one point where I think Eleanor and Montague stood at a computer, and I then walked away from them to continue the quest, and then they warp to you anyway, but you're actually meant to talk to them one more time to get a specific thing to trigger. So at some point I probably need to redo that quest, and I'll upload like the proper ending. But yeah, it's done. I literally can't redo it at the minute anyway, because I can't do it until I've completed all the quests, so... Yeah, I do feel like the quest is kind of obscenely long. As I say, I cut out a lot of information from that. I basically covered the cutscenes and the important bits. I think in total it took me probably a bit over an hour and a half to clear. Which is why it's the only quest in that video. So yeah, today we are going to continue with Phantasy Star 2. Thank you for the hype train, by the way. You're doing PSO rare enemy fam today, got no rare enemies, so I took a nap. I actually managed to get some rare enemies yesterday during April Fools, which says everything. I got, I think it was 3 Lilies, 2 on Purple Num in one spawn after another that didn't drop Psycho Bond. And I got another Lily with Red Ray when I was hunting Lavis, which didn't drop Demolition Comet. So yeah, so I think last stream in this, we started collecting the new items. There are 8 of them to collect all together, and I think we got the first one. I think we need to go back to the same dungeon that we were in to get the second one. So, to the guide. Again, I apologise for the music cutting whenever I switch. Yeah, so we do need to go back to the same place, so... So where even was this dungeon? I think it was just outside the town, wasn't it? Yeah, that's fine. Doesn't name appear in another game? Not saying its name in case you class that as spoilers. I'm not sure. I mean, obviously the Nate clause in a lot of games. I can't think if Nate's in anything else. I mean, obviously she's in Phantasy Star Generation 2, but that is just like a remake of this game, so it doesn't really count. She might be in something. I can't think off the top of my head, though. Okay, so are we all healed up and everything? We are, for once. I'll not say any more then, because it definitely might be spoilers. So I believe... Yeah, it was just this dungeon here. So thankfully it's right next to the town. So we already got the Nair crown, so I think we're going for the Nair helmet now. So I think we go up this way first. I believe we go here. Hey, Ellie. I see the hydrate redeem. I love that you just jumped in and sniped it immediately.
One more.
See how I just waited for that? There is literally 0 point me putting the glass back down now because I didn't know that you're going to redeem that straight away. Okay, so it does appear that we go here. So go up to the crossing. Go up to the crossing. I wouldn't say that's a crossing. I haven't had a chance to really watch it. I mean, I've seen a lot of the stuff that's come out of it. I still don't know how I feel about the Switch 2, honestly. Nothing about it is particularly grabbing me at the minute, and £75 games is particularly not grabbing me. I do like that there is GameCube games on Switch Online now. That's really good. Also, play F-Zero GX if you haven't, because F-Zero GX is amazing. But yeah, hopefully nice to see PSO on there at some point. That'll be cool. Never played F-Zero, you should join us though if you have it. I still have the GameCube disc for it. But yeah, I love that game. It's one of my favourite racing games. So it's going well. Amy's almost dead already. Let's try this again. GX is nice, but F-Zero X is much more of a classic. X is definitely the classic one, yeah. I love GX, so I played tons of GX. Love Wipeout, so hopefully you like F-Zero. Yeah, I mean, I think the only main difference really between F-Zero and Wipeout is in Wipeout, obviously, it's very dependent on the weapons. Where in F-Zero, your only real attacks is you can kind of sideswipe or you can spin around and attack people. There's no actual like projectile weapons in it. But the sense of speed in F-Zero GX is incredible. Sky probably likes Octoman or Squidward. On GX, I used to play mainly Red Gazelle, which was like the big robot dude. Red Gazelle was basically like one of the fastest things in the game, but was, if you touched anything, you just blew up. There's also Sonic Phantom, I think it was as well, the skeleton guy. He does drift a lot as well. I like the ones that drift though. Yeah, some of them are quite awkward to use for sure. Blood Falcon is really bad for drifting as well, yeah. Okay, so follow until you come to the second entry in the room on the right. So by that I assume they mean here. Ignore the first stairs and go up to the stairs you should go to. Oh, we got to sack off. Billy has just the right amount of grip to drift like a boss. I think it helped that a lot of my favourite tracks in that game were ones that were good for drifters. There was a track called, I think it was called Aeroplex, and there was like a hairpin turn on the track. And if you had a good drift setup, you could just drift the corner, and you would just overtake everyone by drifting it. Okay, so we've got those stairs. Go right and around the east side, and at this end is a stairway. You watch the F-Zero animate never again. I totally forgot there was. Oh no, it's Mr. Death. He's very formal about it. Let's try just attacking one round. I think Amy can probably heal Anna. Hey, Defco. At least he's not a Dr. Insane or whatever that boss was called that wanted me out. That was Dr. Mad. I've just healed Anna. Yeah, not doing too bad, Defcorp. Yeah, just started the stream, so just trying to get some of the new items in Phantasy Star II. I like Mad Wolf, Billy, Little Wyvern, Space Angler, Hyperspeeder, and Night Thunder. I sort of faintly remember Great Star. I need to play F-Zero GX again at some point. The problem is, I think my memory card with my save on corrupted. I think it was a memory card that also had a PSO save, and my PSO save corrupted, but it just ruined the memory card. So I lost my F-Zero save, so I don't think I have everything unlocked now. I will say as well for F-Zero GX, as much as I love the game, the story mode in it, oof, some of the trials in the story mode, but it's disgustingly hard. Fat guy that looks like Mario and Eggman has a child. Okay, yeah, now I remember him. Yeah, there is kind of like a vague story mode, but it basically gives you these challenges that you have to do, and some of them are really irritating. I didn't really engage much with the story mode in it at all, to be honest. You can just do free races as well, so it's fine. Right, who needs healing? Anna, Rolf, and maybe a small healer near me. But definitely Anna and Rolf. Yeah, I think my brother used to play F-Zero a lot as well. I think he used to mainly play Black Bull, I think. It is very cringe, the story. Yeah, I also played the arcade game version as well, which was F-Zero X. That was really cool because you basically sat in a, as if you were sat in one of the crafts, and it would like rotate around and stuff as you played. Okay, so where are we going here? So I think we were going up, weren't we? Yeah. So go right and around to the east side of my knob. That's a new enemy. A glow sword. So Phantasy Star inspired that weird Pokemon. Aegis slashing PSO confirmed. It is very strong. Okay, Ruffle, you can use a Trimate because you're fast, so you should hopefully be able to get it in before the sword attacks. Amy's just dead. I do have some Moon Dew though. This thing has a lot of health. I missed. I'm gonna give a lot of experience, but that's probably because Amy died. So I'm sure. Maybe it's just the star mist we've got. Yeah, I think it is. That's unfortunate. So we may have to go back then. I think what I'll do is I think if I get one of those guys in future, I might just either reload or try running from the fight because they're doing like over half my health in one hit. So I think... Thankfully we're not very far in, so we should be fine. Thank you for the rare drop. And thank you for the subscription as well. Thanks, Mist. Is that just to get rid of the message that it keeps telling you to add in chat? I don't like that it does that on Twitch. Hey, we actually need to go to the clone lab. I think this might be the first time in the game we've actually needed to go to the clone lab. So we now have Clone Amy. Does it give her full health, or... It does, although it doesn't refill a TP, which is odd. Okay, we're back. I was hoping we wouldn't have to see one of these again. Okay, so thankfully, not too bad to get around this dungeon. The issue is the fights constantly. Okay, so we can run away from those relatively easily. Yeah, I don't know why Twitch does that with the subscriptions. Like, it should be, if they want to do it as like a one-time thing. It shouldn't be like every stream telling you to say, hey, I've subscribed. I mean, it tells me when you sub anywhere, so... Okay, so from here. Yeah, it was just up and left from here. I will be quick saving a lot because I am totally exploiting that. So this guy is only a dark side, he's not a Mr. Death, so we might be okay. Get why they do it, but it's damn annoying. Yeah, it's the same for me as well. It caused a hype train when New and Vector joined. Didn't even do anything, just the fact we'd already subbed. I think with the hype trains, I think they trigger if a couple of people sub within a short space of time. That's the way it seems to be anyway. Okay, Kane got a level. It was Anna that's pretty beaten up already. Yeah. Stuff is still really targeting Anna for some reason. I'm not sure why she's getting so much aggro. Hi, Yamada. So let's... Yeah, I think everyone's okay apart from... We could do a healing Anna for sure. Are the names canon? These are the actual canon... Well, these are the Western names. They're pretty much all different in the Japanese version. Yeah, confusingly, some of the characters have really similar names, so... I mean, I think of this. I think... Anna, I think, is... It's something like... Amia. And Amy is Anna. Okay, so from here, so... Go right from here. Yeah, it's very confusing. But yes, the main guy is called Rolf. That is a straight up dragon. That looks like a Yu-Gi-Oh design. I don't like that it's a dragon. I think it's like the first dragon we've seen in Phantasy Star II. I mean, we've saved it recently, so... I'll try fighting it. Yeah, he is called Rolf. So, I'm probably gonna get destroyed here. Also, the other guy is called... Imagine, oh my god. Phantasy Star dragons always have bad posture, it seems. It does look that way. I do like that the only animated part of him is his jaw. Imagine dragons. Well done. Fluff their schmidt up. I'll try. So you can use Snow Crown. Anna, you can use... actually, no, let's not use Crescent Gear. Let's use Colour Scarf. Okay, so you almost instant killed Amy. Nice. That's cool. The one thing I've learned is that Rolf seems to be the fastest character in the party. So he seems to be ideal for spamming mates on people. Hopefully that's fast enough. Anna can now attack. I think we'll just focus on the dragon. And Amy can use Sashu. Thank you for attacking Rolf. Okay, so we've got our buffs up. How much that helps, I have no idea. I think you can just rest Kane for now. I think we'll just keep attacking, honestly. Unless... maybe actually for this dragon it might be a good idea to use one of my big techs. What that dragon's jaw doing though, I have no idea. Like that's the only animated part. Let's use Nathu on the dragon. Yeah, this is the first dragon I've seen in Phantasy Star II, so I've got no idea how hard it is. The answer is, I can beat them. I'm trying to think what they were even going for with that guy's name on the left. I mean, mage or magic, but why it has OMG at the end, I have no idea. Maybe they're just very excited when they made that monster. I OMG. Okay, how we're looking. Not too bad. I think I'll maybe just use a couple of normal resters, honestly. So one for Anna. One for... maybe for Kane. I'm trying to sort of share out the tech usage a bit between Amy and Rolf just so I don't burn out one of them too fast. Maggio is magician in Italian, I believe. So it could be an Italian magician. So go right and go around to the east side maneuver. At the end is a stairway leading up. Really? Well. It's like, well, you can fight one. How about another? Okay, so first order of business is get the snow crown on. Throw him some pizza, olive oil, and run away. Anna, again, use the colour scarf. Nice miss, Rolf. There needs to be a remake of these games if there isn't already. The only remake they did of this so far was one on PS2. Well, there are some differences with the way it's presented and everything, so... But yeah, the only way you could play this really, like legitimately, was either having the original hardware or the Sega Mega Drive and Genesis collection, but you can't get that now, so... I'm trying what to do here. So Amy's healing Rolf. Anna might be able to take one hit, possibly. Honestly, it's probably better for her to just not take the chance and use Crescent Gear. That was the correct decision. I think Anna can stay on Crescent Gear because she probably needs to heal again in case the dragon attacks her. I think everyone else can just attack now. Buying a Mega Drive will be insanely expensive. Honestly, from what I've seen, I think you can still get Mega Drives pretty cheap. The issue is getting the game for a decent price. Phantasy Star II is not too bad. You can get it. I'm not going to say cheap, but Elf getting very low on health again. Phantasy Star IV in particular is ludicrously expensive. Yeah, I think I need Anna to attack now as well. Yeah, these dragons are quite nasty. I have a ton of health as well. First one was a lot faster because at least I could nuke it, but the problem with this game is that the high-end spells cost so much TP to use. $120 for the cartridge by itself. Is that for Phantasy Star IV? Because yeah, Phantasy Star IV is ridiculously expensive. Thankfully 2, 3, and 4 are on this collection. But yeah, you can't actually buy this collection anymore. Sega pulled it, unfortunately. I don't know if they ever did a physical release of this collection though, so maybe you could potentially get a physical copy. I genuinely don't know if they ever released it as like a physical version. You can also get this particular Phantasy Star on Xbox, okay. Okay, so we survived another dragon. We are slightly worse for wear. Actually, maybe only Anna needs heal there. The good thing is we're right near town as well, so we can just go back for mates if we need some. I need to preserve a bit of Rolf's TP for getting out of the dungeon. The only thing I can assume this is that maybe they're planning to release this for, I don't know if you've seen, but Sega was meant to be doing like a Sega ID thing. Sega ID is already a thing in Japan. I mean, they use it for they use it for things like NGS. You have an ID for that, but they're rolling out like a wider ID, and I'm going to assume that maybe they'll add a subscription service for that. I kind of feel like that's where it's going. Because I assume we're going here. So this one, yes. Hotel Mario is also not cheap. Phantasy Star II is on Xbox Live Arcade, or what was once the arcade, still available from what I can tell. Yeah, we all want to own games, to not own games and pay for them monthly. Exactly. Who wouldn't? Like my Nintendo, you can own your games for, what was it, £75 for the new Mario Kart? So I'll go right a bit and down. Follow the path all the way to the west side. I like the get up they've got down here with all the trees. It's lovely. Meso, man. Oh yeah, I'm so the new Mario Kart for the Switch 2 is going to be like $80. I think it's $80 or £75, or I think in euros it was 90 euros, which is just insanity. But the thing is, it'll sell because it's Mario Kart. Of course, it will. Yeah, I mean, for the subscription services, I think you need, what is it, 2 subscription services just to play the GameCube games on Switch? Because you need Switch Online, and then I think you also need, is it the Switch Online expansion pack or something? Won't be released here in Singapore till between July and September. Really? I think it's June everywhere else, isn't it? I also like how the Japanese console is far cheaper, and from what I've heard, it's going to be region locked. Because that's progress. As for the actual console itself, I don't really have any strong feelings one way or the other. It just looks like a Switch with better specs. Okay, we do have a few tri-mates left. Skipping Switch 2 entirely, Nintendo's been letting you down almost exclusively since SMO came out. The presentation was awful too though. The whole calling demo with screen sharing was like 10 FPS and blurry as heck. I can't imagine like who asked for that. I mean, I understand having voice chat and everything on it, that's fine, but I don't know who really wants to see gameplay footage on a Switch running at virtually no FPS. Okay, so where are we going? Just straight west. Follow the path all the way to the west side. And go left at the opening. Do I buy an entire new console to play games I already have from another console I already own? Sold. East, I thought you said west. I just realised Rolf's asleep. That's actually the first time I've ever seen anyone get put to sleep in this game. Yeah, I think for the price point of the Switch 2, for me, I think I'd probably just go for a Steam Deck instead. But obviously, the advantage of something like a Switch is you've got all the Nintendo first-party stuff. You know, unless you do other stuff. By which I mean buy Nintendo if Nintendo are watching. Favorite Commodore console right now is the Steam Deck. I used to love Commodore back in the day. I used to have an Amiga when I was growing up. That probably ages me significantly. I think our health will be okay for now. It's not too bad. So where are we going here? Go left at the opening and down. So I'm assuming I'm in this. Ah, it must be this part here. Okay, I think it's down here. Oh god, it's one of these. I think I remember seeing that there is still a handful of people developing games for the Amiga. Could obviously be making that up, I don't really remember. Okay, Amy, I think you can use Sashu. Because I assume the scary sword does physical attacks, that would make sense. I wonder if that's a counter. Kind of seems like it hits me back. All push to digital only wasn't really surprising, but at this point, why do these companies keep making consoles if they're just going to be inferior PCs? As much as I don't want to waste Rolf's turn. Hansa needs a heal him, I can't risk him. Kane, you can use... You have a healing item, don't you? I'm sure you do. Yes, you do. You can use Aegis. You missed the Pizza Town music. We all missed the Pizza Town music. They're really rough, those swords. Playing Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition on the deck right now, it works near perfectly. Okay, Anna needs another heal. I really hope we need this item because we need to get out of this dungeon soon. So we are getting quite low on items now. Let's save there. Please tell me that's the new item. Oh, thank God. Sky, oh, it's a sword. Surely it must do physical damage. Sword is exclusively a wizard. It is a Nearmet, yeah, a Nearmet. So, who should use this? Give it to Kane. Okay, sounds good. Who actually got it because my inventory is probably full. Kane is full on items, so we need to do the swap around again. Okay, Kane, you can give a try, mate, to Anna. There's one thing that is a constant source of frustration with Phantasy Star II, which is the tiny inventories. I mean, to be honest, that's still a PSO problem as well, so nothing's changed there. Okay, give the Nearmet to Kane. So what does this do to his stats? So he has what? 203 defense. 237. That's a very nice upgrade. Hey, Pika. Okay, so we have the Nermat. Is there any reason to stay here? No. That is fantastic news. Okay, first course of business. Immediately go to the hospital. Okay, so that is 1 out of 4 of the dungeons done. So basically there are 8 new items that I've got to find, and there's 2 in each dungeon. So that is the first dungeon done. Because we got the first new item right at the end of last stream. So this is going to be a long process. Oh, great. That sounds fantastic. So the next dungeon is a place called Guaron. Guaron is the biggest dungeon in the game, 16 floors. But also one of the easiest to navigate. Yeah, we'll see about that. Oh, you only saw monuments here. Where is Guaron here? It is a long way north of Ruon. Was Ruon another dungeon? Or was that a town? I think it was a town. Yeah, I think it is. As long as it isn't Biomala. Anything but Biomala. Okay, Ruon is another town. That is good. We'll forever hold everything to Malayan standards. Okay, so this place, do you have dimates or trimates? Preferably trimates. You have trimates, that is fantastic. I don't mind basically filling my inventory with these. I find that you use the trimates a lot in this game just to try and preserve your TP a bit, because your TP just doesn't last. I don't think there's any way of restoring your TP apart from hospitals. I'm not sure if Star Mist does. Okay, Kane is already full. Condi didn't show up, Biomala. Sky got better by a Giga PD drop, Biomala. I actually haven't hunted SGS for a little bit, but it is rare drop week this weekend, I think. So, because I'm going to do PSO on Sunday, so no doubt I'll be back in the Skylight Tower mines again. Alright, that should do it for now, I think. Let's just set my warp point to here. Yep, everything is corrupt again. Okay, so next dungeon is... The next one is Guaron. So a long way north of Rion is the next to dungeons. So it looks like it's near a little forest part. Don't particularly look like specters, you look more like robots, to be honest. We'll just try fighting them, see what they're like. Oh, you're still on Aegis, yeah, we need to change that. Okay, you are strong. So Anna, what you're going to do is go back to your healing stuff. And Kane, you can go back to using Storm Gear. The free Garist items are still super useful. Alright, we can probably get Anna off the Crescent Gear now. Yeah, we've no idea how much progress we're going to get today. It feels like this part of the game is a lot of item collecting, and the dungeons are quite difficult now, so they are taking a long time to get through. Okay, Ken definitely needs to go heal again. Let's use Aegis. I think everyone else can just keep attacking for now. They really didn't give much experience either. Was it over here? No. It's somewhere with a lot of trees. Okay, now we'll get Kane back on the Storm Gear again. Got these freaky dudes again. I'm convinced that just everything in this game hurts. It kind of feels like it doesn't matter what gear you get. The way it feels to me so far is it feels like your party gets a lot stronger offensively, but you still get wrecked whenever you get hit. I mean, see, we're not even at the dungeon yet, and yeah. I'm assuming that's the dungeon on the right there. Phantasy Star II, my least favourite in the franchise, but I replay it a lot more than I do 1 and 3. I like the core mechanics, I just hate the masochistic dungeon designs. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, the dungeons are absolutely brutal. Yeah, it's just huge difficulty spikes. And just navigating some of the dungeons is a nightmare as well. Right, so who needs heal most? Amy. then Kane could, well, Kane and Anna could probably do the heal. Rolf can probably go one more fight, I think. But yeah, Shane, I've basically been going through all the classic games, so I'm a huge PSO player, but I'd never really played the classic games before. So we completed Phantasy Star 1 on stream a little while back, and now we're just working through 2, and then the plan is to do 3 and 4 as well. Yeah, maybe one heal for Kane, maybe. I think a normal rester should be fine, though. Four is the best one. Yeah, pretty much everyone has said that. So I'm going to assume this is the next dungeon. Yeah, apparently this dungeon is 16 floors. But apparently it's very easy to navigate, so we'll see. Apparently the monsters are quite hard here, so this should be fun. Considering we were struggling in the last dungeon. It's gonna be funny when Sky actually prefers 3 over everything. Yeah, 3 I just hear like very mixed things on. Yeah, just keep giving me that fight. That fight is fine. 3 has some very interesting ideas, not done very well. Thank you for the Zenchi. Yeah, so end dungeon. At this crossing, go right to get an amber orb. You'd need to have strength to like 3. I am interested to do 3 though, because obviously I know it was done by a different team and everything, so I want to see how they differed it. With that, I have to make move. Hope you have a great stream, everyone. No worries, Ellie. Good to see you. Hope you have a good rest of the week as well. Oh, Amy learned a new attack. Let's see what we've got. Revert. I'm going to assume that's Reverser. And if that does the same as PSO, that is fantastic news. This is where I find it does something completely different. Yeah, just like Ellie posted there, we do have a Discord server you can join as well if you want to. So feel free to join us over there. So once again, it is mainly just Anna. I still don't know why Anna gets hit so much. Maybe it is just because she's first in line. It does feel like the first character gets just hit more. It's fine, we've got plenty of tri-mates at the minute, so... Okay, Amber Orb. So what does that do? Because we've had one of those before. Not very good defense, but can cast Garester on command. Okay. So, at the minute, Anna can heal herself with Garester items, so can Kane. So I guess Rolf or Amy gets it. Amber Orb is decent, because if you use it as an item, it casts a free Garester on the one who used it. Yeah, I think we got one a little while back, I think. Or something similar. We've got a few items that cast Garester now. So I'm just trying to spread them between the party a bit, just so I'm not having to use Amy all the time to heal. So, Anna's got the crescent gears, that's fine. I might just give it a Rolf for now. Yeah, there seems to be a lot of items that have these unique abilities in battle, which I really like. I didn't even know it was a thing until, I think it was until last stream, when someone pointed it out. Because the game just, like, doesn't tell you. Yeah, that should be fine. In fights like this, I should tell Anna what to attack because I don't want her attacking the wrestler. So it makes way more sense for her to attack the group. Yeah, it's just nice having other avenues that you can get healing from. Level for Kane as well. Yeah, we're fine. That's back this way, isn't it? Well, no dragons in this dungeon yet. Spellcasting gear is great. I like to give Shea 2 shields so she isn't a squishy, then give her the Snow Crown and Storm gear so she can open each fight with a D-band or Gizan for free. Yeah, that's a really good idea. D-band still kind of throws me off in this because I kind of expect it to work like PSO, but in this it's more for special damage rather than physical damage. Because I play PSO so much, it just throws me off constantly. Okay, so let's get back to where we were. Yeah, we can just fight, that's fine. These fights in here so far don't seem as bad, but we are still very early in the dungeon, so... I think Storm Gear is one of my favourite items, honestly. It just seems incredibly useful. New level for Anna as well, cool. Okay, so we're back here. We are quite beaten up, so... Oddly, Kane is fine for a change. It's just mainly Anna again and Rolf. I think Anna can probably just heal next battle. Rolf I will heal now. Okay, so we've got the Amber Orb. And from here... I am using a guide for this because I'm not getting lost in a 16th floor dungeon. So from here, go up. To a crossroad, yeah. And then go left. I'd use a guide for every dungeon they had fun. I've been basically using a guide for the most of the game. Basically, for Phantasy Star I, there was we had a chat member who basically took me through the game. But for Phantasy Star II, even he was like, no, you need to use a guide for this. And having now played it a fair bit, yeah, I can see why. Okay, you can get a quick heal, and everyone else can just attack for now. I just like that Storm Gear hits everything. So Anna, you can now attack. So far, I think this dungeon at the minute seems more manageable than the last one, in terms of the enemies anyway, but I'm going to assume the enemies get harder the deeper you go. Having said that, we are still getting beaten up quite badly. Okay, so from here... left, which we have, then up, left, down, left. Okay. Didn't expect the dungeon to actually change visually. I think that might be the first time it's happened. I think the last one we had, the bottom floor was a bit different, but that's quite a shift. Outside there is a maze of trees. So go left and near the end go down. Oh great, that takes you out the dungeon. That's fantastic news. Thankfully it doesn't take too long to get there. Yeah, so it was just left. Best part of the PlayStation 2 remake, everyone has their own sprite. I just wish Hugh, Kane and Amy Shea weren't power swaps of each other. Them sharing the same sprite makes me not want to use them on the same team, so no Hugh, Kane or Amy Shea party set up for me. I'll be honest, I don't think I've really used Hugh so far. I know he's meant to be good against bio monsters, but I honestly can't remember if I ever used him. Hugh kind of sucks, honestly. I think it's just because when you have a reason to use Hugh, half your party is locked anyway because you've still got, well, Rolf and Nair. And then you kind of probably want to bring Amy for heals. Does that really limit who your fourth is? Okay, Rolf can pop a rester on Anna. It was up here, wasn't it? Yeah. I get the idea behind Hugh. You know, obviously he's meant to be used against the bio monster part of the game, but I just kind of feel like I got through that part of the game fairly quickly, and then once you get to the machine part, there's really not much reason to use him. Then you just bring Kane. Justice for Hugh. Okay, so I'm actually going to save it here. And then if I go outside again, I'm going to quick load it. But somewhere on here, there it is. Used to swear by Amy, but nowadays don't use her nearly as much. She's so slow. She always gets the last turn in every fight. With patience, I find she better as she can steal from the item store is great. And since she's the fastest character, she always goes first. That is the main issue I've got with Amy at the minute. I find that quite often I'm having to use mates with characters to try and get the heals in before the enemies attack because Amy's so slow. Once again, reiterating why Kane is basically the best character in 2. Kane is amazing, I think, so far. Okay, so go down, and you should be near the inside again. I do like it when I get a fight that's all the same enemy. Yeah, Shira I haven't used a whole lot yet, but I might level her at some point, honestly. Say Kane is really good. Say roll from Rudor, bet that buddy has a solid 3rd place. Especially thanks to a glitch where every enemy in the final dungeon is vulnerable to his mech-only spells. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out sort of how to use Shea because I know she obviously doesn't get the same amount of heals that Amy can get, but I suppose if she's so fast, you could ideally, I guess you could just like load her with items, have her just heal people with items. With her being so fast, she'd probably heal before everything else anyway. Oh, Rolf leveled. It is pretty good experience here. I think we're fine. I think Anna can probably just heal next fight. Okay, so go down and you should be near the inside again. Okay. If you're in the room with 4 stairways, go back up and a bit to the right. So that is the room with 4 stairways, I'm assuming. I think one thing I would say about Phantasy Star II though that you do notice after you played it for a while is you do kind of miss the backgrounds to the fights. So obviously in Phantasy Star 1, the background for the fights tended to mimic wherever you are actually fighting. Where in this is just this grid every time. I'm going to assume that's to do with space on the cartridge maybe. At least you don't have to worry about the level 99 glitch. Is that Phantasy Star 4? Because I'm sure Draken mentioned that before. Yeah, I've done the stealing a little bit with Shea. And normally she kept stealing daggers for me from the weapon shop instead of fire staffs. Yeah, we're fine at the minute. So it must be in here, I guess. Since there's only one enemy, I guess Anna can get a heal off here. I mean, yeah, it is kind of infinite money glitch. Unless... I don't know if there's a limit on how many times you can steal. I'm not sure. Okay, well, there's not that part. Knife boots from the armor store are the best since they buff shearing and a spade. I think I've got knife boots on Anna at the minute, I think. It's either knife boots or the next one up from that. Yeah, knife boots. No limit to how much she can steal as long as there's room in her inventory. If her inventory is full, she won't steal. Okay. That's actually really good knowledge, actually, because it means if I don't want her to steal from somewhere, I can keep her inventory full. Okay, so... is it this part here? Yes, it is, I think. So, I assume I take the staircase. Can be useful to know because if you're on this ice planet and enter a store, you don't need to go all the way back to Rolf's house if she steals something. That was the main sort of concern I had with her. Because it's a bit annoying to get all the way back to Mota. Okay, now the tough part is behind you. That is good. So ignore the right side of this floor. And the stairs, go around the pit to the upper side, not the stairs. The next 5 or 6 levels are just one room that goes around a pit to the stairway. Okay. So, I see why they say it's a bit easier. It is basically just a tower. So we'll keep following this. Okay, now that is a different room. Now room should branch off the lower left-hand corner. Take the upper path round. Nope, it's this dude again. What hurts you the most is that our best weapon is glitched. It's supposed to have plus 48 attack. So with 3 equipped it would be 96 point buff to her attack, but due to being glitched it only gets plus 4, which is pathetic. Are the clouds you see supposed to be the result of the gas leak report you found in the newspaper chest? No idea, honestly. They haven't really mentioned the gas leak again since. They're obviously doing it, yeah, to show off the parallax, but I don't know if it's meant to be the gas leak. Okay, Amy. You use the snow crown first. I think Anna as well. You can use Colour Scarf. And honestly, we've come quite far in this dungeon, so I'm not gonna throw this away. So you are going to use Nathu on the dragon. The damage that the dragon does seems like to vary massively every hit, which is kind of annoying. You can now use Crescent Gear. Rolf can switch it up to maybe Githu on the dragon. Amy can use Sashu. Cool, the dragon is dead. Really sticking it to the PC engine. I guess we're just doing it to show off, really, you know. It was probably a really cool effect for 1989, so... can't say I blame them. It was the microtransactions dragon. Sorry, we've killed him. Alright, Rolf, you can just attack now because I don't want to use all your TP. Nice miss. Yeah, the dragon sprite is quite cool. It does kind of look like sort of a Yu-Gi-Oh art style. I know obviously Yu-Gi-Oh is much, much later, but it just reminds me of Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Okay, you can use rest just on yourself. The GBA games, yeah, exactly. I will let my people go, not until you defeat me in a duel, Moses. Okay, you can also arrest Anna. Okay, we're now fighting literal fire. I did not expect to be fighting actual fire. I do kind of want to test something. I want to see if you get hurt if you attack it. It is not a piercer. Okay, so they nuke the entire party. That's nice. You become fireman. These are quite nasty. They are doing a lot of damage. I think Anna does need a heal, definitely. I find it funny that the hardest enemy I've fought here so far is just fire. I think, yeah, maybe Anna heals Amy. Flame on. Okay, now Ken needs to heal. I think we saved more or less just before this anyway, so if we do need to reload, we can reload. I get the impression they only really take damage from magic, which is not when you don't have much TP left. Okay, we've destroyed one fire. There we go. Yeah, they are really irritating. A lot of experience, but hopefully don't run into too many of those. So I think Amy can use Garesta on Anna. And that should be fine for now. Okay, so where are we going from here? So it says take the upper path around. So I assume it means this one? You just had to throw another dragon in, didn't you? Yeah, dungeons are definitely getting a lot more difficult. Annoyingly, we don't have much TP left now as well, so I can't really nuke much with Rolf. I can maybe use... Yeah, I'll use one more Githu on the dragon. That just did like 70 damage. Not a fan of that. So Anna's almost dead again. We do need to get Kane off Aegis because he's been on it for about 10 turns. He just wants to let you know about the special deal you can get at all shops this month for the low price of... So, Kane, you need to switch over to Storm Gear. Anna, you need to heal. And I think we can do one more Githu with Rolf before we need to preserve TP. Amy can go with Sashu again. Quite glad that Anna got to go first. Really? Every time I heal Anna, she just immediately gets hit again. Also, everything is Trick Track. It is. Okay, Rolf, you now need to go to attacks. Just attack the dragon. Anna, you can stay on Colour Scarf because you need to heal again. So it didn't do much damage to Amy. Okay, well, at least the dragon is dead. That's good. I am hoping we're near the end of this dungeon. Number one rule of PvP is always go after the healer first. Okay, Anna, you can just attack now. I think we got a new tech actually with someone. It wasn't with Anna. Wolf has Nazan. I can't remember when he learned that. Kane now has Bros. Can't remember what that does. I'm not sure if that's the instant kill. Yeah, so we just need to heal Amy, that's fine. It summons the bros. I mean, I should have known with a name like that. Why'd you make the path as long as possible? So I'm assuming it's this left one. Okay, well, the dragon doesn't have his bros anymore. It summons the bros, then the enemies die of cringe. Alright, yeah, let's just attack. Nice miss, Anna. Nice miss, Rolf. Taking care of microtransaction dragons, one dragon at a time. Are you okay, Anna? I'm assuming this must have like quite high agility or something, or I don't know if there is a stat for like evasion in this game. It just feels like some enemies dodge your attacks easier. Okay, when it's just the dragons, it's not as bad. I still need to heal after it, but it's more manageable. So again, Anna and Rolf. No surprise there. Starting to get a little low on TP. Winged enemies, yes, because they can fly. Okay, save that. Please be a near item. Anna has found near cape. Good. So that's another one. So that's 3 we've got. So, and they recommend giving that to Amy. Okay. So 181 defense, 213. Very nice. Okay, so we have 3 out of 8. I guess it was just the logic back then that grounded enemies had a harder time hitting flying types. Yeah, I guess so. Almost got the near Exodia. Is that how you bring it back? You collect all the parts. The summoner. Okay, so now what? Go back and take the stairs around the pit up. Kind of annoying we've got to walk all the way back. Yeah, let's try running from that. I would like to run from the fire. Hey, that was a new attack. Actually turned into a monster, that's kind of cool. We'll try running again. I'm not dealing with those. Unfortunately, I think that means I need to heal someone again already. Yep, Anna. Everyone's cosplayers need to complete for the near con. We put a lot of effort into this. Anna is just chewing through Trimerts. Who designed this dungeon? Why would you make it so the path is as long as possible? Oh, not another one. I would like to run. Again, I stress, I would like to run. Thank you. Oh, Anna needs healing again. Who'd have thought? Good luck on the stream. I'm gonna go play with the guys. Ah, no worries, miss. Have fun. Guess who needs healing? What is she, Genji? Who else needed healing there? Unsurprisingly, actually Kane this time for a change. Kind of feel like I never need to heal him, but he's got all the tri-mates, so that is totally fine. Okay, so we're back here. So let's go up again, wasn't it, I think? Take the stairs around the pit up. Music's gone weird again. So there is another room to the right of the pit. Just keep going around the pit and upstairs until you get to the 16th floor. I seem to really like this tower mechanic. Who would have thought they would keep using towers in Phantasy Star? This game seems to love them. You have a thing for suffering through towers? I do. Please tell me that is the next new item. I'm beginning to think you have a problem. Your therapist has their work cut out. Dragon Quest has a lot of them too as a series. Just be glad there's no mirror carols to block the way. I'm very glad about that. But we've got the near armor. I kind of get what it means about this dungeon. So even though it is 16 floors, is it really? Because most of the floors are just very small maps with one entrance and exit. Which I appreciate. So who should I give this to? I like that. Give this strong piece of armor to Rudo. Or Kane if you are brave or foolish enough not to bring Rudo. Well, I guess I'm either brave or foolish. So Kane is getting loaded then. He's already got 244 defense. He now has 274. I was kind of expecting it to go to 255 max, but guess not. Okay, can we now leave? We can. Brilliant. Just want to see if I've got a pipe on anyone first before I use TP. Don't think I do. No, that's fine. So I think, does that pretty much empty his TP, I think? He has 9. I can't remember if that's enough to use Ruka. Let's try it anyway. It is. Okay, so let's go and again immediately get healed. Imagine if you couldn't pipe out, you had to walk the entire way back. I would not put it past this game, honestly. Okay, so we have now 4 of the items, so we're halfway there. Also, I forgot to mention, but thanks for the follow, Yamada. I doubt you have whoever knows Ryuka either. The only ones I've got with Ryuka, so Rolf has it. It's called Ryuka in this game. I don't know if Amy has it or not. Don't think she does. No, she doesn't. Ryuka, I hardly know her. We'll just let that one simmer a bit. Okay, so I'm going to buy all your tri-mates again. But first, I should probably sell some stuff, actually. I feel like I'm getting to a point in this game where I'm really struggling to decide what to sell. Like, I don't know what has use potentially later on. It feels like there's been a lot of gear in this game that you use once and then never use again. Like the gum that you use near the start of the game to access Climate Troll. I don't know if I'm ever going to need that again. I also really like the idea that I'm just carrying around a bit of used gum in my inventory. Just on the off chance I might need it. Just sell all the new items, what could go wrong? Probably everything. Yeah, exactly, yeah, some gear has the item cast as well, so I obviously don't really want to get rid of those. Which again makes the very, very small inventory a real problem. Having said that, I mean, this Chris Cape, I know this has a cast, but I don't think I've used it for God knows how long. I mean, I know I basically, if I'm using items, I basically use the colour scarf or the crescent gear. I mean, I don't know if I need this magic cap. I know I need the magic cap so I can talk to the guys here. But this one I've got no idea. I mean, there's this sword as well. I got it. It was very strong and then immediately replaced it. I guess he's got a couple of spaces left. Same for this Christinish as well. Again, I don't think I've really used this much. I think I used it when I first got it, but now I just tend to use Storm Gear. Anna single-handedly keeping the knit industry in business. Yeah, she is like a walking punching bag at this point. Okay, well, we can get rid of that ceramic cape. That's one we can get rid of. So we've successfully got one inventory space. We can probably get rid of that dimate as well and just replace it with a trimate. Yeah, I think that's about it. I know it would be the type of Pokemon to use me first. Also, what's she using? She's using an AC Slasher. She has 2 AC Slashers, that's fine. So I need to buy a couple of mates on Anna. Maybe 1 or 2 on Rolf. Kane's fine. And Amy is probably fine. So Anna can stock up on her trimates again for her to immediately use again. I mean, I guess there is no real downside to carrying loads of these trimates. You know, if I find an item that I can't pick up, I'll just get rid of one of the trimates, so it's not a big loss. They don't cost much anyway in this game. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, so let's save that. So, what is the next place? So, the next place is somewhere called, apparently, Ikato. And the guide says this is apparently the hardest dungeon in the game. So that sounds great. So I need to go to Zosa, apparently. So I'll go to Zosa. And we should probably use the data memory here as well, just to register our new teleport location. If I can ever find it. I still maintain that the NPCs in this place are just designed to be in the most irritating places possible. Oh yeah, for some reason this one building is outside the town. Yes, put my memories into storage. I like that you can put my memories into storage, but you can't put my actual gear into storage, apart from a tiny bit in the tower. Nate Zodia obliterate. Okay, so other side of the mountain and go west of it. These guys are like a nice break now after the last few dungeons we've done. Nice miss cairn. Ikato is very short with a guide. From what I can see on this guide, it just looks like it's a lot of pits. If I had 1 million PDs for every time a building existed just outside a town in Phantasy Star, I'd have 2 million PDs, which is actually a lot and weird that it would happen twice. So when you reach the major mountains, go up from it. It's very interesting if you're going blind. I'm going to assume that's Ikato. let's just go rest at Anna because, again, she's been face tanking everything. Switch 2. There is a Switch 2. Yeah, I didn't watch the direct, but I've seen a lot of the news from it. I was saying earlier, Casey, I'm not really sure how I feel about it at the minute. It looks like just a natural advancement from the Switch, but the main issue I've got is I'm just not a big fan of the huge price point on the games. Okay, so this does appear to just be a lot of pits. It's kind of funny because the guide for this place literally says, Iketo has given me nightmares every time I've played this game. That is not what you want to hear from the guide. Haven't seen the price point. What we're looking at is 75. I believe, the games differ a little bit in price from what they showed, but the new Mario Kart is, I think it was $80 or £75 in the UK. Or 90 euros. I think the Donkey Kong game is a little bit cheaper, but it's still, expensive. Some people are saying it's more expensive than a PS5 and a disc drive if you get a game with it. I don't know how I feel about the price of the actual console. I'm trying how much it was in the UK now. Was it 300 and something? I'm guessing like high 300s. Okay, this dungeon is 7 floors. Each floor is bigger than the last one, and the only way to go down is to fall down a pit. Nice one. Lovely. Price will vary in different markets, but in the UK it will retail at £395 or $429 with Mario Kart. I mean, hey, I suppose the benefit is you get Mario Kart cheaper. I mean, honestly, I think $395 for the console is kind of where I expected it to be, honestly, given the price on everything recently. But yeah, for me, I'm not massively blown away with what I've seen so far. It is just a Switch with more power, from what I can tell. And you have to go through the correct pathing or end up in a nightmare of an experience. Well, I've saved it here. I'm literally just going to follow the guide because, yeah, when the guide is telling me that it's a nightmare dungeon. Okay, so first of all, take the middle pit. That is a noise. So go down and take the pit on the left. Then take the pit directly to the left of where you land. If I recall correctly, there's a point where there's 23 pits and only one is the correct way. Ooh, I do not like that. Okay, so from where you landed, go right, up, and left at the top wall. Go past the pit to the dead end with another pit. So that one, I'm guessing. Take this pit. It's like that one quest in Ruins 2 with the 50 warpers. Yeah, that was the immediate thing I thought of. And in that quest, I still don't know what the right warp is. I still get it wrong every time. Okay, so go up a bit from where you land and take the pit in the upper left-hand corner. Is it this one here? Yes, it is. Walk left from where you land to find the nearest shot. Okay. Give it to Rudo. That's not going to happen. Oh, we are full on items at the minute, aren't we? Does anyone need healing? Yeah, we can throw a heal on Rolf just to get rid of one of the trimerts. Yeah, can Kane equip that? He doesn't need to have the Aegis equipped anywhere. No, he can't. Oh. So I'm guessing that is only for Rudo then. That's fine. So now it says I can either fall down a pit and then find my way back out, or I can escape out to get the next item. Rudo is literally the only one who can use it. Okay. So I am not going to do the pit strategy because I don't trust getting lost in here. So we'll hin us out. Come back in. Okay, so next one is we need to go to the left pit. Walk down a bit and take the next pit. Walk left and take the left pit. So go left, go past a few pits to a wall. Hi, Drac. It is this dungeon. I am using a guide. So go past one pit. Oh, we have a different dragon. A French dragon? Yeah, we've been grinding the new items, Drac, so I think we've got 5 of them now. Could be a for real dragon. Or a Ford dragon. You can use Snow Crown, and do you know what? Yeah, they still hurt. It may or may not break down on you unexpectedly. What is it for Ford? Found on road dead. At least it isn't a red dragon, no. That's the one saving grace we've got. Now, please don't kill Anna. Do you know what? Use a trimate on Anna. And Amy can use... I think he's only seems to use the breath attack, honestly, so... I might just shield Amy, honestly. She doesn't really do much damage anywhere, so... That still really hurt, even though she was defending. Yeah, we are getting there. I think, judging by the guide, I think I'm getting close to the end of the game. Relatively close anyway. Okay, who needs trimates the most? Anna, again. And probably Amy can just heal herself as well. Fun fact, Kane's anti-mech techs also work on dragons and other magical enemies. That is really useful to know, actually. It is very weird that it works on those, but I'll take it. Okay, that should be good. So from here, we've got left past a few bits to a wall and then go up. Go up from the edge and take the pit at the top. So I'm assuming that one? Yes, it is. Dragon, machine, same difference. From where you land, go up, right, and down. Oh, no, no. We are going to try and run from that. Please let me run. One of these was bad enough. Yeah, these swords are... They almost... Well, we had our first death to one of these, apart from me, obviously. Yeah, we may have to reload here. They have so much health, and they're like half my health in one hit. Oh yeah, we're gonna reload that. It never happened. That I can deal with. That's fine. Yeah, I don't know why the swords are so much harder than everything else. They just seem massively overtuned. Oh yeah, I think we can just attack Nelma now, that's fine. See, man, compared to a fight like this, I mean, the Owl Talons do a bit of damage. It never happened. That would be so funny if it was 3 swords again. You know it's going to happen. Anna is almost dead again. This is a recurring theme of this playthrough. I'm guessing it's just because she's in the first position that she must just take more hits. Because she's taken so much more aggro than everyone else. Yeah, everyone else is fine. She can now drink more Trimates, yeah. I mean, that is her main use at the minute. She exists to face tank and eat Trimates. Okay, so from here, go up, right, and down. How much TP does Sashu actually use? I never actually looked at this. Let's find out. Okay. That's not too bad. Yeah, I do feel like the dungeons in general are getting a lot harder. I mean, obviously the layout is a lot worse. You know, if I wasn't using a guide for this, I would never have got here. Speaking of drinking, guess what can't be redeemed again? Might as well call it the Anna Redeem. I'm just leaving that redeem as it is because I just find it really funny that once one person redeems it, it can never be redeemed again for the stream, despite being set up differently. I think it's got to the point where people would be worried if that redeem worked properly.
One more.
So that one works. I think I can get away without healing. Probably famous last words, so let's actually heal Amy a little bit before that comes back to bite me. Sky gonna hydrate every PSO2, one more on stream. Can you actually imagine that? I would never actually get to play the game if it was like a PSE burst. Also, I've made a list of a load of sound alerts I'm going to add, so I'm hoping maybe this weekend I'm going to try and add them. I need to record some of them in game, so... So, oh, right. Quite glad I saved. Let's try running again. Yeah, these seem very hard to run from as well. Yeah, so Anna was on over 100 health. She's now on 13 after one hit. So you see what the problem is with these. Which is why I'm just going to reload. I don't even see the sense in trying them, so we reload. It's just going to keep giving me that fight now, isn't it? It's like, no, you will do this fight. Even one of them is kind of a problem. Let's try. They don't seem to take much physical attacks or physical damage, so... Let's try that. It just counters and immediately almost kills Rolf in one hit. Try Gra. It does look a bit like Galtine, doesn't it? Well, first of all, our boy Ruffle really needs to heal. Let's actually have Rolf heal though because he's faster. I'll try Gra. Yeah, almost killed Anna in one hit. Anna is dead. Thankfully, though, we do have Reverser. I'm going to assume you can't use Reverser in battle. It just feels like that would be a thing that would do in this. And I'm correct. I think these three can take out that guy. Okay, let's try this. I also want to see how much TP it uses as well. That is a lot of TP. Yeah, that is 30 TP. Well, hey, she's back. Does it bring her back on full health, or...? No, of course it doesn't. Why would it ever do that? Like, ever. Like, handouts from Phantasy Star II? I don't think so. So she's back again to eat more trimates. So at some point there is a path down. I assume them in here. And take the pit in the middle. Let's also save it. And let's check our team. Oh, Rolf has over 200 HP now, nice. I think a high HP enemies get wrecked by grass since I believe it cuts HP by a percentage like a demon special. Oh, cool. Yeah, the swords are. I don't even know if the swords have that high HP. They don't take much damage from physical attacks. So that might mask how much health they've got. Yeah, so we'll go down this pit. Go down to the lower part of the room. But first... Nope. Okay, is it down here? Being very careful how I move. Please be in the item. I know it's from near slasher. No prizes for guessing who's using that then. So I guess she gets a reward for being the literal meat shield. So she goes 173 attack. But to 191. Not bad. Okay, now we can finally leave this dungeon. I'm very, very happy about that. Yeah, these dungeons here have been a nightmare. Honestly, mainly the enemies in them. That one obviously would be horrendous without a guide. Like, I can't imagine even trying to do that one without a guide. That was I think that was the third dungeon we've done. So I think there's one more. Let's have a look. So I need to do, is it Naval? Naval is the next, I think. I like the visual effect on the near slasher. Looks cool. Yeah, there's 4 dungeons. There's 2 near items in each dungeon, I think. I know I could Ryuka back, but it's a bit more bonus experience, so... Gotta love the race for arms against the final boss drop. It does feel like that. But hey, have all this incredible overpowered equipment for no reason. I mean, we know why. I mean, you know, Lutz told us why. I also like how they did change his name to Lutz in this game. So even though he was Noah in Phantasy Star 1, they still changed him to Lutz for Phantasy Star 2. But no, you will go by the Japanese name. But hey, have these names for the Phantasy Star 2 characters that are different to the Japanese ones. Yeah, the whole name thing is really weird. I don't really understand why they changed the name so much. I can only assume that the reason is because of the limited character space. In this game, at least, anyway, because obviously in this game you've got 4 characters for 4 letters for the character names to fit into the boxes. I guess in Japanese you've got katakana, so each katakana can be a sound, so you can make a longer sounding name, but still have it as 4 characters. So I'm assuming that's the reason that they changed some of the names. But having said that, some of the names have changed very slightly. Some of them have completely changed, so I have no idea. Yeah, even in NGS, some of the characters have been renamed differently, yeah. Gun bust. Even the planets, yeah, I never thought that actually, yeah, the planets do have a 4-letter limit as well, don't they? I believe Lutz and Noah are technically different characters while both still being Lutz. I'm not sure, because I know when you meet him in this, he mentions about how you are the last descendant of Alice. Yeah, let's do that. Can't remember because he shows up like twice. The NGS Raycast. I'm trying to think now. I know there is a few character names that are different in NGS. I know the cast who trains Aina. I think he's called Doza in the Western version. I think it's Brooder in the Japanese version. Yeah. I don't know where they got Doza from. Like, I mean, obviously, Bulldozer is the only thing I can think of, but I don't know why it would change from Brooder to Doza, but I'm trying to think if there's any other characters in NGS that are different. Yeah, Bulldozer is the only thing I can think of. Oh look, Anna is almost dead again. Do you know what? We're right near town, so since I've literally never used this tech, maybe not enough TP for this. Should have called him Cooley 61. Yeah, they missed a trick there. Yo, I actually remembered the way back to the town. I'm actually amazed. I think the majority of the NGS NPCs are the same. I know those have got changed for sure. I'm trying to think of any others. I know there was like one cast NPC that got named because they said that his name could be misconstrued as racist or something. I think he was called, what was it? Oh yeah, I think his name was Digger in the Japanese, well, Japanese and English version, and they renamed him to something like Excator. Yeah, it could be one of the quintuplets, maybe. I'm pretty sure Mary is the same. I don't know about all the brothers. Honestly, I kind of forgot the brothers existed, really, because they don't really serve any purpose in the story, to be honest. How are we doing for mates? Given that Anna has apparently a problem. Noah and Lutz are both Lutz, but Noah has a different personality in comparison. Okay. It would be really nice to deposit that near shot. That would be really nice. If I napped that long, I would also wake up different. I do like that when you find him, he's just like chilling in like cryostasis with like a ton of rabid followers around him. So I think we are good for mates, honestly. We've got a few there. A few there. Yeah, we should be fine. It is a space cult, it is. So Nevel is probably the easiest dungeon to complete, but the monsters are tough. And there is no town nearby. Brilliant. So I need directions to get back there. Okay, so I need to go back to Skewer. I guess then, while we're in Skewer, I guess we could go back to Mortar and drop some stuff off. It makes sense. I would say let's go to Palm, but, you know, some issues with that. Please keep some stuff because, God, I have too much stuff with me. I might deposit the Chris kit because I never use it. I like to take that PSU had on a satellite crashing on a planet. That was honestly one of the coolest parts of PSU's story, with, you know, with the whole Guardians colony crashing into the planet, and then you have to go down to the planet and see the extent of the damage. And everyone's obviously blaming all the Guardians for it. I thought that was really cool in PSU. I did like in this though, where, you know, you have that shot of Palm where it's like all on fire and everything, and then as you leave, it just completely explodes. From like one satellite hitting the planet, the entire planet explodes. Actually, Drac, just while here, do I ever need to use this magic cap for anything? I've got the one that lets you speak to the Dizolians, but I don't ever use this magic cap. I'm just trying to sort of get things out of my inventory that I don't need because I have so little inventory space. And probably sell that ASE slasher as well, actually. Magic cap helps you talk to magic cats. There's also this gum as well. I mean, I don't think I'm going to need the gum again. If I do, I can come back and get it. Here, please look after this chewed piece of gum. Oh god, are you full on items? And of course you are. I swear the hardest thing in this game is the inventory management. Give it back to its creator half chewed. Like, yeah, I won't be needing this anymore. You can use it. Now we'll try and find the shop again. There it is. Let's try and sell some stuff first. So I can definitely sell the AC slasher because I've got the near slasher. Okay, Rolf. I mean, there's things like this sword as well. I don't know if I ever need this sword for anything else. Imagine they got all hyped when this sword came out from another planet. I haven't seen this in decades. I mean, it seems like the Chris chest as well. I mean, I know it has the ability you can use in battle, but I never use it. Yeah, back in the days of the ship crash. Yeah, wait, your face looks familiar. I'm sure I've seen you somewhere. Yeah, we're just full of like really good gear. We can't really do much with. Yeah, take this die, mate. Because God, I need the space. And we've got duplicates of some stuff as well, like the colour scarf. But again, it's good gear and I don't really want to get rid of it. Okay, so now we'll try taking some stuff out the tower. Because there's probably some junk in there I can get rid of. Yeah, we can probably get rid of some of that stuff. I don't think we'll need a fiber core anytime soon. Probably don't need a headgear actually as well, come to think of it. Or a ceramic chest, really. We have so much money as well, if we do need anything, we can just buy it. Get rid of the ceramic cape. And the ceramic armor as well. At least we've got some space we can use. Not much, but we have some. We've got the wind scarf as well for shear, but we haven't really used shear much. I think we can get rid of the silver crown. We've got the snow crown, so... Okay, so how many spaces have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, it's not much, but... Okay, please keep... None of that. You can keep that for now. You can also keep the near shot as well. Although actually, I think we need that for later, don't we? I'm sure it said that we need all 8 items with us. So unfortunately, maybe we do have to take that for now. Okay, let's go and sell this junk and then see how much space we've got left. Okay, so I'm definitely rid of that, because that is junk. And the headgear as well. This just reminds me of my stash in PSO, honestly. My stash in PSO is just full of rubbish. And I should really sort it out at some point. At least we've got a bit more space at least. Not a huge amount, but I think the fact it's 8 items you've got to keep with you is a bit of an issue. I mean, I guess it's not too bad because you are going to equip a lot of them. Okay, so that frees up a bit more space. Most memorable PSO2 renaming was slave weapons to raven weapons. I think a couple of them were slave chain and slave shooter. Oof. I think, which game was it? I want to say it was PSP2 Infinity. I could be wrong. There is one game where there is a weapon called, I'm sure in the Japanese version it's called Hebrew Punisher. I want to say it was PSP2 Infinity, but I could be wrong. I can probably tell that never came over to the West. But yeah, I remember those weapons in PSO2 being called the Slave series. Okay, please keep some of this junk. So you can keep all that gum for me because I don't think I'm going to need it anytime soon. But look after it though in case I do. Yeah, there was actually quite an interesting thing within just with the last headline actually. They're doing this thing called legend weapons, which are basically going to be weapons that have these special abilities that are separated from the star rated weapons. And they said that they're going to be primarily from other Phantasy Star games. So I'm hoping that's the way that they're bringing some of the old PSO stuff. I think the first series is the Phobos series from PSO2. But they've kept it open so potentially get some older Phantasy Star weapons in the game as well, which would be nice. Particularly if they've got unique abilities as well. Hopefully it's a step in the right direction. Right, you can look after that. I'm not using it. And you left that as well because I think that's only for Ruder. There, so we have some space. Not a whole lot, but we have some. Yeah, I'm hoping it's not just PSO 2. I mean, the way they phrased it in the headline was that it'll be weapons from the Phantasy Star franchise. So I think they've kept it open. Because the Phobos series I really don't care about because I didn't like how it looked in PSO 2, so... Yeah, I mean, some of the more recent potentials have got a bit more interesting. So the current sort of best in slot, the Acrocelio, that has quite an interesting potential where I think it's every time you successfully dodge an attack, you gain 1 charge. And then once you've got 3 charges, well, I think it's every time you successfully dodge an attack, you gain 1 charge. And then when you use a Photon Blast, it gives you buffs depending on how many charges you've got. Which is kind of interesting. It's not just the usual, hey, it does more damage. So I'm hoping to lean into more stuff like that. Okay, so from here... I don't know if we're going to get Naval Dungeon done this stream, but I'll certainly go there. Okay, so go up and take the first path left. I can't speak today. Anyway, for talking classic Phantasy Star though, it is cool to see the new Line Strike cards and just as well. They picked from a lot of different Phantasy Star games for those. I don't really play Line Strike to be honest that much, but it's just cool to see some of the older games getting some representation. Hopefully it continues. Another thing that they've done recently as well outside of the game is I have noticed that there is a little bit more of a push on PSO stuff recently. Obviously there was the limited run merch game, limited run games merch. God, told you I can't speak today. So that just ended recently. There's also there's a model kit. I've actually got it just over there actually, of a Rake Seal by Collector Bookia, and that's actually been re-released. So I find it odd that they've just now decided to randomly re-release it. Part of me wonders, like, is it part like the start of things that they're starting to roll out just gradually? Yeah, there was no Phantasy Star announcements yet, although they did say that the GameCube Online is going to have F-Zero GX, which I believe was, I can't remember if it was developed by Sega or if it was published by Sega. So Sega must be on board with it to some extent, so they did say more games are coming for it as well. So fingers crossed. The thing is though, like for PSO, like, would I want to play PSO GameCube now over Blue Burst? I mean, I personally prefer GameCube, but I think if you were just coming into PSO now, I think you would just go for Blue Burst for all the extra stuff. But who knows, maybe they'll add Blue Burst to Switch 2. Yeah, there was Pokemon XD. I think there was a Colosseum as well, I think. Okay, so take the first path left, go down, left and down some more. Oh god, it's these guys again. Blue Burst version on GameCube with split screen. That'd be pretty cool. I don't know how many people will bother playing it, but... it's cool to see the GameCube getting some representation. I'm really glad because I love the GameCube being outside of PSO. I didn't play a huge amount of games on it because I was really broke when the GameCube released. But I do have a real fondness for the GameCube, and I think although it's kind of termed as a failure for not performing particularly well, realistically I still believe that the only reason it was considered to have failed is because it was up against the PS2. Now that Switch can run Elden Ring, can also run NGS. Wouldn't surprise me if they did launch like a cloud version of NGS or something. They did it with PSO2 Classic, so I don't see why they wouldn't. Okay, so where am I going here again? So I'll go down and take the chute. That is doable. Go up and left. Go down for some money. Or a fight. Oh, we now have different coloured ones with rancid intestines. Lovely. They can play classic, so I don't know why they wouldn't allow a stream on NGS. Yeah, I've gone from Rabbit to Rabbita. The naming convention in this game have been kind of a running joke, honestly. I don't think NGS is on cloud. I want to say it's just classic, and again, it's only in Japan, which is really weird. Again, the whole PSO2 thing is just weird for platforms, how it's on different platforms in different regions. I don't think Japan has it on Xbox, as far as I know. The next version would be the Rabbit Test. 18,000 Mazetta. That would be great if Mazetta meant almost nothing to me now. Go back up and left. So there's some more money east. Again, don't really need it. So I'll go up and past some crossroads. Okay. So go a long way southeast from here. I didn't see these basically all streaming, now it's all we're seeing. They are extremely easy though, so I am all for it. I love these fights because Anna just absolutely murders them. Yeah, Drac, I'm pretty sure that the way it works with Anna's damage is if she hits multiple targets, I think the damage kind of adds together and shows you the total damage. Because you notice that when she hits one target, it's a lot less. It is really cool seeing like over 300 damage though. I do wish it was against one target though. I guess it's because they don't have like a damage readout for every individual monster in the fight. They've got one for each group. So I assume that is Naval. because I don't think I've done this one yet, so I assume that's the right one. Okay, so it's probably the easiest dungeon to complete, but the monsters are tough, and there's no town nearby. Kind of weird it starts outside the dungeon, but okay. Okay, take the upper stairs. Look, well, these guys are fine. This one doesn't look too bad. I think we've done the worst dungeon in terms of navigating. I heard you like towers. Apparently this guy wasn't done and wanted the run back, so... I've got to say, like, the more I've played these classic games, the more I'm really enjoying them. I'm really glad I decided to give them a shot. I know you were sort of really wanting me to play them with Drax, so but I'm very glad that I decided to. Whether I'm still saying that after the final boss of this, we'll see. So once again, Anna is really low health, and Rolf also needs healing. Very close to finishing the game, cool. Do you think we might be able to finish it maybe next stream we do of it? I think next week for the Wednesday, I think we might be doing Monster Hunter next Wednesday, just because the update hits this Friday. I was going to do it on Sunday, but it's PSO Rare Drop week, and I don't want to stream PSO during an experience week at the minute. With us only playing PSO once every few weeks, I kind of want to make the most of it, so I think we might do Monster Hunter on Wednesday, maybe. And if we do that, we could either do Phantasy Star II Conclusion either on the Sunday or the following Wednesday. I'm thinking maybe keep it for the Wednesday, just because obviously people that want to watch it, if they're available on Wednesdays, they're used to it being on a Wednesday. But I'm really looking forward to finishing 2 and then starting 3. I know 3 is like the black sheep of the series, so I'm interested to see what I feel about it. Okay, so we take those stairs. Yeah. Whole dungeon goes around in a circle going up. Just go up for a while and you will end up at the top. Okay. One thing I've been noticing about these dungeons is the way that they're designed kind of reminds me of Temple from PSO. Just like I think it's the colour palette of them, and the fact that some of them have had what appears to be water on the edge. I mean, I don't know if it's meant to be the sky or if it's water, I'm not sure. But it just kind of reminds me of the Temple aesthetic from PSO. Also, thank you for the 13-star rare drop. SGS drop while you're not streaming. Okay, that's a bit of a harder fight. Maybe this dungeon BGM is in long and ancient times. I have a feeling it is. I need to listen to it a bit more though. Gotta check the Japanese channel. It takes every sample and analyzes it. I normally can tell, I mean, because of how much I've played PSO, normally I can usually tell. I really don't like how much damage they do. I can definitely see why she would be useful. With it being so fast, it would be good to have her as like the designated item user. The rest of the guys really aren't too bad at all. Yeah, it's just the dark sides do a bit of damage. So it's totally manageable. There's actually a lot of experience. Okay, I just need to pull the map up for this. Okay, so we're just slipping right down to the bottom. Okay, fair enough. You're really going to ambush me right at the stairs. Next is going back to Lutz and then endgame. So maybe we might be able to finish it on the next Phantasy Star II stream then. I feel like it does feel like a much longer game than Phantasy Star 1, which I'm not against because I do feel Phantasy Star 1 was kind of over before it began. As much as I love that game. Okay, so this is floor 3. It's exactly the same again. That guy on the right's new and looks scary. Biomala experience. Okay, I don't know how strong you are, so I'm going to hit you with that. Also, Imagi, oh my god, is back again. So I'm going to assume you do magical stuff. So let's use a snow crown. So we hold everything to Malayan standards. Apparently we do, yeah. Oh, I don't like enemies that hit everyone. Don't do that. Please heal Amy. Thank you. Okay, they're a little bit scary. They do deal a lot of damage, but still kind of manageable. Once we actually don't need to heal Anna. But we do need to heal basically everyone else. I don't know if it's worth using Star Rester there. It's a lot of TP to use it. Too bad there's no charge weapons in this. I know with the amount of money I've got, I could probably make them work. Yeah, and then just Amy and... was it Rolf as well? Yeah. Yeah, it's one of these dungeons where you basically... it artificially extends the route you need to take. This is Cape 1, apparently. Wonder if there's any relation to Cooley 61. These guys come back later. I'm so glad to hear that. You almost instant killed Anna. These guys are scary in PS4. I mean, from what I've seen, they're pretty scary now as well. At least there's no false advertising. I mean, yeah, no one could accuse it of false advertising. Yeah, I probably need to get Amy off the snow crown. That would probably be a good idea. The enemies are brutal, but the layout is easy. Yeah, that seems to be the thing with this dungeon. Because that appears to be the top. So, at the top, take the walkway out to the edge. Take and fall down the pit to the left. Oh, okay, I get it. So, we basically... we jump off here to the left. So I'm guessing we basically need to, yeah, I was going to say saving sounds like a good idea. So I'm guessing the idea of this is that we have to fall off at the right place so that we land on ground underneath. So in the picture that I'm looking at, they're basically like there, more or less, and then it'll fall down a bit to the left. So saved. Okay, fall left again. And again. And then go to the right. Do you mean fall right or go right somewhere else? Or is it on here? Oh, it's literally here. Okay, good. So that is near ML. I can remember what the ML is. Is it a shield or something? Or honestly can't remember. So we've got that one at least. Near mail. Give it to Anna if you have her. We do. Okay, so it's another weapon or shield. I mean, it recommends giving it to Anna, so I guess I do. Yeah, that made her attack go through the roof. Let's just switch that back to an AC Slasher a minute. I want to see what the stat difference is actually. Okay, so her attack does drop a bit when we equip the NML. But the defense is ridiculous. She goes from like 175 defense to 293. So yeah, I think that's probably worth it. Considering how much damage she's taken as well, maybe that's a really good option for her. Okay, so I mean, she's the party punching bag exactly. It's really confusing for the next bit what to do. So it just says at the bottom again after getting the near ML. Take the bottom stairs. But the only way I can get to the bottom from here is to fall off. So I'm assuming they want me to just fall off. There's no other option, so it doesn't tell me which side to fall off either, so I'm guessing it doesn't matter. Okay. So take the bottom stairs. And now we have to go all the way to the other side. Yeah, this is like the opposite side, so there's a lot of chests there. The two towers. They really saw Biomolay and Parma and said, let's build it here too. It kind of feels like that. It doesn't feel as bad as Biomolay in terms of the navigation at least. Seems like a relatively simple dungeon in terms of the way it's laid out. Whereas Biomolay was just hell on earth. Good point though, if Biomolay was on Parma, and thankfully that means it's now been obliterated. So some positives came out of it. Okay, so we are back here. It's now time to save again. So once at the top, take the up walkway and take the pit to the right 3 times. Okay, we've got the near shield. Give it to Hugh or Kane. I like how it says Hugh, implying that I've used Hugh at all in the game. So I'm going to assume that replaces the Aegis. Yeah, he now has 338 defense, cool. Biomolay knew what was up and teleported here. You're just going through it all over again. There is some other loot in there as well, but it's apparently not that important. So I think for now I will just hin us out of here. So I think we will probably end that one there for today. So next Phantasy Star II stream, as I say, it will either be on... I'm thinking it'll probably be like a week on... I might just keep it on the Wednesday, to be honest. So I think we might do Monster Hunter next Wednesday, just so I can check the update out. Depending on how the update is, because I think I'm going to be playing it with Kilniath, I think, on Friday. If there's not a whole lot to the update, we might just do Phantasy Star II on the Wednesday. If not, if there's a decent amount to it, then we might just put Phantasy Star II back 1 week and then get it finished on that day. If we do finish Phantasy Star II in the next stream, then we'll just start on Phantasy Star III. So yeah, we'll end that for today. So as usual, thanks for watching. I really appreciate people sticking with this playthrough as well, because I know it's been quite a long one. We are on the final stretch finally, yeah. So we are pretty much at the end stage of the guide now. So I'm hoping maybe next Phantasy Star II stream we might be able to finish it. Then we'll get started on the 3rd game and see why apparently no one seems to like it. Yeah, we'll end that one there. If you have enjoyed the stream, please consider liking, subscribing, joining as a member on YouTube if you want to. You can follow or sub on Twitch. You can follow on Bluesky or X. And I also have a Discord channel you can join as well, so feel free to join us there as well. Yeah, we'll be back on Sunday for another stream, which will be PSO. And there will be a Discord community event on Saturday as well, so feel free to drop into that if you're on the Discord as well. Yeah, hope you enjoyed the stream, and I will see you guys on Sunday. Whatever you're doing, have a good week. See ya.